Knife collecting is the easiest hobby you can probably get into. I'm going to talk about how you can get into collecting knives today without feeling that regret after you buy a nice knife. Find a niche, right? Find your little thing that clicks with you. What it might be a certain knife designer, the story behind a knife. You could be a huge Emerson fan and you might buy Emerson knives. You could be a huge Spyderco fan, right? When you first start buying knives, you don't need a ton of them. I would go with that one that just pops out to you, right? When you go into that store or you see it online, it's like, my gosh, that thing is beautiful. I want that so bad. Keep price in mind because usually a lot of people work their way up to those more expensive knives. Yes, having a $500, $600, $700 knife is not a cheap knife, right? So if you only have one of them, you are going to use it for everything. So keep that in mind. And a lot of people like to work their way up from that budget area all the way up to that high end, exclusive, custom maker knife status. Then I would get an EDC knife, an everyday carry knife, something you use for everything, right? And then a straight user, just a budget user. And yeah, now we're gonna talk about the slippery slope. This is human nature. Addiction is human nature, right? At what point does a hobby become an addiction? Well, I would say a hobby becomes an addiction once it starts impeding on your life, right? If you can't pay your bills, I mean, it almost is sliding into the addiction part of your life. If it starts ruining your relationships because you don't spend any time with your family and all you do is talk about knives and spend time looking at knives instead of communicating with your wife or kids, that I would consider that an addiction or a problem, unless that is their hobby too, and that's your way that you guys connect. So what I do, how I look at knives, I have a huge list of knives that I want on my notes on my phone. Every month I'll go through and I'll pick one knife that I really want. So that is my limit. For a while there, I bought a ton of knives and in a small span of time, but that's because I was selling and trading stuff off, and I eventually just, but if you are going to be spending your own money, make sure you put a budget on it. Now, if you're trading knives, that's a little bit different. If it's something you don't like and you want to get rid of, just get rid of it and then trade it for something you actually like. Knife collecting doesn't really have to be super expensive. I mean, you could even collect gas station knives, which are probably only 15 to 20 bucks. So if you're into that, go for it, man. Collect what you want to collect, because there is going to be a lot of people out there that will sit there and say that your knife collection is dumb or that company is dumb. Why would you buy that knife? Collect what you want to collect. Every community is going to have those type of people. As long as you're happy with what you bought, who cares? You could buy gas station knives and have a collection with gas station knives. If you think they're cool, do it. Who cares? This hobby is all about collecting and just having fun. Being able to carry knives is a privilege. If you guys could comment, like, and subscribe on this video, it would help out my channel a lot. Yeah, thank you guys for stopping by and watching. Peace out.